don't go crawling around here.
There's something down there.
What the There's something down there! Okay. What's up here?
We need to call the elevator up. Somehow.
Not because I can only
And
get
then
on
we're
this.
gonna have to somehow jump to that ladder to get down to see what's below.
Oh. Are you excited? I'm excited.
Give me a nerve wrack.
Like I said. Okay, I guess I can't go that way. Score.
I wouldn't.
Might as well try.
I'm afraid it's motion sensitive.
Nah. Totally door. Yes, totally door.
Leave.
I'm trying.
Okay, I hear you.
That was terrifying. Sorry.
Darn you, crazy old man. I know you hid that thing around here somewhere.
I still don't think it's him. Like, I know this is the part we're supposed to find him suspicious. He knows something, but I think he's on our side.
The least you could have done was left me a hint.
Oh, is he not talking to himself?
Nope. Alright, he's going on the list.
I don't have time to clean this up.
Okay. Try again. I'm sorry, I terrified you, but it needs to be done. Okay, can I just... Do I need dust to see, or can I just look at people's dirty fingerprints on things? No! Can't just see dirty fingerprints. So let's start looking around this destroyed library. I think we might be good on time now. Like he's not just gonna come in and surprise us. A book.
Dirt.
Purple-Hearted Queen by, you ready for this? Hotchkiss. Okay. Traditional history books have seldom mentioned it, but there's ample evidence that Marie Antoinette's favorite color was purple. This is not an insignificant fact, as some might think, but one that may offer great insight into the character of a queen, who I believe has been hastily and unfairly judged, both in her lifetime and up to today. Purple is traditionally considered to be a color of majesty or royalty, but this does not mean that it's merely a color of wealth and power. On a deeper level, purple symbolizes loyalty, dignity, wisdom, and truth. When Marie had her portrait painted by the master Marcel Bonnet, she chose to pose holding a purple rose, instead of wearing the extravagant diamond tiara that King Louis XVI had given her. She knew that it would be insensitive to wear such a tiara at a time when the French masses were starving and angry. By choosing the rose, Marie acted with wisdom and loyalty to her people. As one of the last acts of her short life, Marie chose to wear purple slippers for her walk to the guillotine. Convicted of crimes for which she never confessed, crimes that were never proven, Marie accepted her death sentence with resignation. However, as she walked to meet her death in her favorite purple slippers, she expressed her unshakable dignity and her silent protests as to the truth of her innocence.
Purple slippers, the name is one of the flowers, I guarantee it.
Okay, it's all on the floor here.
Use that dirt for dusting later.
Yeah, actually, oh. Okay.
Why can we look at
Ship
this?
in a bottle. Oops, I wanted to look at other things here. This is a cool globe thingy. Okay.
Got a large to-do list.
Yes, that's fine. A sly rabbit will have 3 openings to its den. Up, up. Okay.
Calling it a Freemason puzzle.
I think that's probably safe. Oh, I can move it. Okay, yeah, I have no idea what to do here. So, Freemason puzzle. Oops. Can I look at it now? Okay, continue twirling. True stories behind famous portraits. Marie Antoinette. Do you see the theme of this game? Is it perhaps Marie Antoinette? Of the many great portraits painted by Marcel Bonnet during his career, none has fueled more controversy and gossip than this portrait of Marie Antoinette, which was completed only months before the Revolution broke out. It all began when King Louis XVI, Marie's husband, commissioned an opulent jeweled tiara for her birthday. Set in the tiara were a ruby, an emerald, a sapphire, and a 52 or 32 carat diamond.
Can't read it.
I think it's 52 carat diamond, bigger than any diamond ever before worn by French royalty. Marie was horrified by the tiara's extravagance and refused to wear it. It's even rumored that she referred to it as my crown of ruination, although no one knew what she meant by this. When it came time to have her portrait painted by the master Bonnet, Marie insisted on posing away from the palace at Versailles in the tower room of the Chateau Rochemont, where she often visited to escape the growing turmoil in Paris. Further, the queen refused to be painted wearing the tiara. King Louis was furious, but Marie would not budge. She chose to ornament herself with a purple rose instead, not just a flower, but a symbol of her willful defiance of her husband's wishes. When the portrait was finished, she gave it to the Rochemonts in appreciation of their loyal friendship. Shortly thereafter, the revolution erupted in full. When Marie Antoinette and her husband were arrested, the queen refused to reveal the whereabouts of the tiara. Even after her execution, neither the tiara nor the magnificent jewels it contained were ever found.
I'm guessing it's somewhere in this tower.
To this day, speculation and heated debate continues about what became of the Crown of Ruination. The painting is now in the hands of a private American collector. Yes.
So people are looking for the tower, or for the tiara.
Tiara, because it is here. Yes, yes.
This much I've gathered.
Actually, I found that painting.
It's gotta be just a copy.
Are you sure? It's in the hands of an American collector.
Maybe.
It makes sense that this is a tiara. Why can't I just look at that part of it? I guess I can just look at her.
Something we need to learn about it. There's a hole.
Yeah. Someone's a bit angry at the
behind where that was on the wall.
Sure is dusty.
Okay, that's our clue. Found our dust.
Yeah, I found our dust. An Atlas of the United States. J. Putnam. Oh no, we're gonna need to know facts about Wisconsin. Madison, territory 1836. Badger State, motto forward. State symbols, wood or flower, wood violet, sugar maple, robin, badger, white-tailed deer, dairy cow, honeybee milk, on Wisconsin, polka, mourning dove, 4590.
I know the song on Wisconsin. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
Do 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 do. Do you want to ask why I know that?
Why do you know that?
It is my high school's marching anthem.
Why?
It's a very popular marching anthem for high schools. It's also Terra Nova's, Antioch High School. I'm sure plenty of high schools across the United States. We all share the same marching anthems because there's not very many of them.
The Diary of Hans Axel von Fersen. Hans Axel von Fersen, 1755 to 1810, was a Swedish-French soldier and diplomatic agent who became a close friend of Marie Antoinette during the early 1780s.
I'm sensing a theme!
Yeah, there's a theme. And went on to work for the counter-revolutionary movement after 1789. After Antoinette's execution in 1793, von Fersen wrote about her every year on the anniversary of her death until his own death in 1810. Many scholars have concluded that he must have been in love with her. His diary recounts his political movements during this time and provides us with valuable historical insight into the political climate in France at the end of the 18th century. Ooh. Thanks to the fine scholarship of Melissa St. John at the University of Michigan, this significant historical document has been uncovered and translated into English.
You're welcome.
June 3rd, 1791. The trouble in France continues to mount. The revolutionaries have forced the king and queen to return to the Tuileries in Paris, where they are living like virtual prisoners. I'm working with the counter-revolutionaries to help the royal couple escape to England. June 18th, 1791. Everything is arranged. False passports, a carriage, disguises. Just after midnight on Tuesday, the king and queen, dressed as servants, will slip out of the city by coach. I will be their driver. I have instructed Marie to bring her jewels with her. If they're stopped, she may be able to bargain with revolutionaries, her diamonds for her life. I can have no peace until I know she is safe beyond the treachery of this revolution. June 27th. Alas, what a cursed night. I had not expected that Commander Leboeuf, Marie's most outspoken enemy, would be present at the checkpoint in Varennes. Marie tried to negotiate, but that scoundrel took her jewels and threw her at the mercy of his revolutionary apes anyway. I was helpless to stop him. She and Louis were escorted back to Paris like common criminals. The situation is grim indeed. July 1st. I still cannot speak to the Queen. She is kept under full-time surveillance. I'm awaiting orders from Vienna as to what to do next, but I fear that it may be too late to save Marie or her husband. The thought of her suffering destroys me.
Aw.
So sad.
Rip.
Hansel von Fersen.
Rip Hans.
Sorry, Hans. Can I? Oh, that's it. Okay. We need something to pick up that dust with. That's what we need.
I don't think Nancy knows she needs it yet. Her sixth sense only goes so far.
She said dusty.
She knew that she had to read about it. She knew that there's dust there, but she hasn't been able to put two and two together.
Can we go around the upper part of this library? Like the... I want to go. Maybe not.
Doesn't seem like it.
Nah, I can't go around. Darn. Okay, you think we were good on this then?
Yep.
Can I see what's in here? No.
Get me out of this.
I think there's no more weird sounds. Okay, so we have to put this up a level and then figure out how to get down. I know how we get back down.
Outside.
Yeah, that was outside. I know how we get back down through the library.
You right?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I think it's nighttime and everyone's gonna be asleep. Probably. Anything on our to-do list we could just do?
Let's see. Fix radiator, deliver ski boots, check. Stairs, door outline. Breaker and elevator reset in basement, just knowledge for us. Locker combo for Jacques, can't get that. Light for stairs, check. Find out how to bypass alarm in library, fingerprints. Ladder and elevator shaft, strange sounds below elevator. Oh.
Is that you, Brandy? Oh, I'm glad you're here. At the moment, my theory is rising like a magnificent souffle. I need to collect a few more ingredients, if you will, but it's a delicate situation. If I leave my room even for a moment, I fear the souffle will come crashing down in a heap.
Okay.
What do you need from me for? Do not be sarcastic.
What do you need me for, Professor?
What I need is some information about the castle. Hard numbers. I've come to the conclusion that you are an enterprising and faithful soul. Therefore, I have decided to entrust you with this important mission. Who knows? If you succeed, I might whisk you away from the hotel business to be my personal research assistant.
Don't.
Not the
contradict
bottom
her.
one.
Oh. Hold
Oh,
on.
well, the bottom one says I don't want to do it.
Okay, first one then.
Well, Professor Hotchkiss, I'm not actually in the
I was just gonna
hotel
let her live in
business.
delusion,
But I'd love to
Nancy
help.
would have no problem.
Marvelous!
Right.
Here's what I need to know. What is the model number on the elevator? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with.
Okay.
But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer.
Okay. Crazy woman. That's okay. You could be crazy. I'll find the model number for you. I'm hoping it's on this little plaque inside. Yes. 50964.
Oh, that was fast. Chore complete.
Because I knew to check in the elevator. It's a revolutionary concept.
Revolution?
Revolution, I say.
Did you say viva la revolution?
Yes. Did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget.
Okay, so 50964.
6-4.
Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is
Let me
correct.
see.
Eureka! If there's one thing I like in a young person, it's ingenuity. Now, I've got work to do. Time to stir the cauldron and stoke the fire. But if you'd like to talk, I'll be holding office hours in the lobby between 3 and 6 a.m. Meet me
This is
then.
an interesting vacation. Okay. Do you want to go just... I don't know what else there is to do. We could just go to our room and set the alarm clock for 3 a.m.
Yeah. Back to the list. I got the highlighted words from her book. Ship in a bottle. Freemason puzzle. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. Not a whole lot we can do. Dexter. Oh, do I have a makeup brush or something? Is there any more cool stuff in here? No. Okay. Let's see. 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 Let's Makeup brush answer.
Poor Dexter accidentally assigned 2 people to the same locker. Have you tried that door?
Yeah, I can't figure out how to open it, so I'm just in the closet. I'm about to fix this radiator myself.
Well, if we knew how.
Oh, we can call Bess and George or something. Or Dexter.
Hey, Dex.
Yo.
Real quick. Radiator. Still not working.
I don't think it's gonna work, actually.
Give it another second.
Yeah.
Oops, again, we're done. I don't hear the loop.
I think that was the loop.
That was the radiator loop. Alright, we're done.
It's been too long, yeah. Oh, I don't really want to talk to Ned. 1, 5, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 2, 5. Clue.
Hello?
George, it's Nancy.
Great timing, Nancy. Bess and I were just saying how we wish we were out on the ski slopes with you. Hang on, I'll get her to pick up the other phone. Hey, Bess, our favorite detective's on the phone.
Hey, Nancy. How's the vacation?
Oh, right.
We were supposed to mail a letter.
I don't think we had
I
the
guess
option
I
to
should have
talk to
mailed
them
that
about
letter. Not only do I have a blizzard on my hands, but I may have stumbled onto another case, too. The castle library was vandalized, and one of the other guests says her room was robbed.
Boy, oh boy. Have you searched the library for clues yet?
Well, that's the thing. Dexter Egan, the caretaker, says it's locked up and off limits until the police can get here. But who knows when that'll be.
That's funny, Nancy. I didn't know the phrase off limits was even in your vocabulary.
We already
Seriously,
looked, it's
though. Don't you think that your dad's friend, Christy Lane, would feel better knowing that you're on the case, at least until the police can take over?
She's right, Nancy. I mean, who knows what this Egan guy is all about anyway? Sounds like you're just gonna have to find an alternative entrance to that library.
Here I go again. Just hope I don't have to slide down the chimney.
And what about this robbery? Who got robbed?
I'm not sure. The guest's name is Professor Hotchkiss. I think she's a bit eccentric.
You mean weird?
Nutso?
A few sandwiches short of a picnic?
Okay, you guys. I just mean that I'm not sure how reliable her testimony will be.
Yeah, but she'll probably tell you something important, whether she means to or not.
Oh, we have lots of things to say.
I met my ski instructor, Jacques Brunet. He sure is French.
Ooh la la, those accents should be illegal.
I hate to break it to you, Bess, but he's engaged.
Now there's a real crime.
Right, Bess. Humanity is devastated.
Lisa's the one thing.
I met this nice
but
woman,
whatever. Her name's right.
Lisa Ostrom.
What's her deal?
She's a photojournalist doing a story on the
she's not.
castle. She sure got me curious about that tower.
Right.
Oh yeah? Does she know where the entrance is?
I don't think so.
Well, keep an eye on her, Nancy. Those photojournalists are born snoopers, you know.
George, are you suggesting that Nancy is a second-class snooper? You're going to give our friend a complex.
Oh, right. Like Nancy doesn't know she's the prime minister of snooping.
I sure hope these aren't recorded calls.
It seems like every time I talk to Dexter, he has a new chore for me to do.
He's probably just overwhelmed being the only one on duty.
Next, he'll probably ask me to take out the garbage.
Think of it as a strategic investment, Nancy. I'll bet he knows a lot about the castle. It couldn't hurt to get on his good side.
I wish he'd just fix my radiator.
The other possibility is that he's up to something, and he needs to keep you busy so you won't notice. I guess you should help him out, Nancy, but keep your eyes open.
Okay, do we want to ask for a hint or not?
I'm curious as to what they'll say. I don't think we need one, but...
Ladies,
Yeah.
I need inspiration, brain juice, a hint.
Sure, Nancy, but don't expect us to give you the answers on a silver platter.
We wouldn't want to spoil your fun.
Seeing as you're a senior detective and
It
all.
mocks us.
It does
Hell,
mock us.
I'm a little stuck.
There's a world of discovery still to be made in the library, Nancy.
Well, a mini world, anyway.
Yeah, the globe.
Okay, you
I
two.
guess I didn't
I'll
write
talk
that
to you
down,
soon.
I didn't
Bye.
think you could interact with it.
I didn't think so either. We shall go check.
Could be the miniature, too, which we still haven't figured out what to do.
Yeah. Actually, I need to get out of this room because it's terrible. At 3 a.m. Good morning, Nancy. It sounds like an old alarm clock. It sounds like it's about to explode. Oh, thank God. Silence. Why can't I just let it go this way?
Let's speak to eccentric lady number 1.
I have to go this way. I can't even go out. They have me trapped in here. Help, I can't get out.
Nancy, dear, welcome to the witching hour. Isn't it marvelous to be up and about when others are sound asleep? I find my brainwaves are at their most powerful during this time.
Yes, we do.
Yes, I happen to do some of my best work in the middle of the night, too. So, tell me, Professor, what is this theory you're working on?
Well, you probably know by now that I'm a scholar of French history. My specialty is Marie Antoinette. Oh, poor Marie, the most misunderstood queen of the 18th century. Marie used to visit the very tower that now belongs to this castle. I'm convinced that this place holds evidence that will forever change the way the world views Marie. But the walls have ears, so I'd rather not say any more right now. Oh, if you're really interested, why don't you go up to my room and have a look around yourself? You've been such a great help to me, almost like an apprentice. Oh, I've always wanted an apprentice.
No. Nancy.
Oh, this one.
You will accept the invitation.
Wow, Professor. Really generous of you. I'd love to learn more about your work. But are you sure you don't mind?
I insist. Your mind is like a ravenous monkey gobbling up every banana in its path. Oh, how can I stand in the way? Here's my extra pass key.
Okay.
I get back to work at 6 a.m. sharp, so just make sure you vacate the premises by 5:59 and put things back where you find them. It's all scientifically organized in there.
Oh, I guess she talks a lot. She's quite long-winded.
What did you mean when you said Marie Antoinette was misunderstood?
Everyone thought Marie did nothing but spend France's money on jewels and fancy soap for herself, while her people were starving. History books have upheld the myth that she was just a spoiled and heartless brat, but I don't believe it.
Why not?
I believe that she's been the victim of vicious rumors and lazy historians for too long, and that if the real story could be told, people would realize that Marie Antoinette was actually a good woman who wanted to help her people but didn't know how.
Do you know anything about a tiara that was given to Marie Antoinette?
The infamous tiara, of course! Oh, people thought Marie had this extravagant piece commissioned for herself, and they hated her for it. But really, it was her husband, King Louis XVI, who had it made for her birthday. Oh, she didn't want it, refused to wear it, and then, a few months before the revolution broke out, the tiara disappeared.
What do you mean it disappeared?
It was never found. There were rumors that she had it destroyed, but no one has ever been able to prove this.
See you soon.
Goodbye.